Hi Cancer, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name's Ruth and I'm your tarot reader and Reiki Master. Now I'm really excited. This is the first video that I've done specifically for Cancer, so I'm really excited to get into it. It's going to cover the time between the 7th and the 21st of May, and I'm going to be just covering the general energies and influences that you'll be experiencing or can expect to experience around that time. Excuse me. I'm also going to be posting another video for all signs. After I've recorded these 12 for the individual star signs, I want to record another advice video. It's going to be called something like Decoding the Tarot, and what I'm going to be doing on that is going to be looking at the general influences and energies that are repeating for all signs. And it's also going to be, it's going to be a way for you to get to know me a little bit. You get to know, see what my energy's like, see what we're vibing. I also just have to mention that Tiny is in the house. I don't know if you can see him actually, but he's sleeping, bless him. And he is, hang on, let me see if I can show you. Where is he? Where is he? Can't see him. Anyway, he's here. So if he does bark, I can't pause the video. I don't have to do that. So I'll just have to carry on, but I'll get him out of the room. He's been good so far. Okay, so let's get started. Now, I know that you've been through a lot of healing at the moment, Cancer, and that is beautiful. The thing about healing, physical healing and spiritual healing and emotional healing, is that it can uncover things, things that we've not thought about for a long time, and some of you have been really experiencing that energy, and I know how, let me tell you, I know how intense it can be going through healing. As a Reiki Master, that's my job, you know what I mean, to be with the energy, to be one with the energy. So no matter how, if it's happy and bright, lovely, or if it's a bit darker and a bit heavier, I've still got to exist in that energy, in that space, so that I can help you guys, you know what I mean, so I can give you that clarity and that advice, so I can feel that from you, Cancer. So we're going to look specifically though at the 7th to the 21st of May. This is going to be your first video. This it does actually cover the full moon as well, so maybe that's the first time I've said that today, so maybe that's significant for you. Excuse me, the new moon, sorry, not the full moon. The full moon's at the end of the month, so maybe that is why I said it. But the new moon's on the 15th, so it does straddle that week actually as well. So let's look at the influences around you then, Cancer, between the 7th and the 21st of May. It's general energy. We'll pull from both decks and we'll see what we've got. Okay, we've got 3 of Swords. We've got the 7 of Pentacles. That's 7, and we've also got the 6 of Swords. That is good. Okay, so it's pretty much what I just said. Okay, swords are air energy, or I say air, but no one understands what that means. But the thing that we breathe, the air. So this is air energy. So the we've got 3 of them on this card here, and the sword energy represents everything that we think, how we think, our minds, our thought processes, our learned behaviour, our learned thought patterns, everything to do with our mind and our thoughts. That's what the air energy represents. Now, this card looks extremely safe and tame on here. On the other deck, in this other deck, it's extremely dramatic, okay? Let me explain what the 3 of Swords means, okay? The 3 of Swords is related to, heartbreak, heartache, and sadness, and being challenged by that. That's the energy that you've been either going through recently. It looks like you've been going through that energy in the recent past, and you coming out of that energy. So you've been going through this idea of feeling hurt, feeling let down, feeling betrayed. It doesn't have to be in a relationship, in a romantic relationship necessarily. It could be in any way, but these are the thoughts that have been going in your mind. You're feeling that you have been feeling you're not sure about whether you can trust somebody. There's lack of clarity. Someone's been a bit sly with you and it's really hurt you. And as I said, it could be that you've been betrayed, by a colleague or by a friend, or someone's stolen something from you, an idea, and you've been left feeling hurt and betrayed and really damaged by that. Actually, really, really affected you. And when I was shuffling the cards, I could feel that some of you have been going through healing, and you have been healing from that energy. You've been putting energy and effort into healing from that. We do have the 7 of Pentacles here. Pentacles energy is all about putting energy and effort into something that we can manifest into this world. So it's putting energy and effort into our relationships, into our jobs, into our friendships, into our building a house, into building a business. Okay, and with the seven's a challenge, and a personal challenge, one that challenges you, your self-esteem, who you are, your ideas about yourself. And what seems to have happened is you've put a lot of energy and effort into somebody, into something, into a situation, and you feel like you've been let down or betrayed. You've been hurt badly by someone or something, a situation happening, and you're questioning yourself. You're questioning, could I have done more? Should I have done something different? Should I have been, more open? Should I have been more clear? Should I have been more specific? You're questioning yourself. Did I do enough? Did I work hard enough? You're questioning yourself. The answer to that question is yes, you did. When we get the three of swords, it can be suggestive of three people in a relationship, or something that you weren't aware of at the time, and that's come in and now has affected everything. So you were putting energy and effort into somebody, maybe an individual, a person. You met someone, you liked them, you thought, oh yeah, man, this dude, this girl's amazing, and you're putting all this energy and effort, but you don't see any movement. You can't really understand why, and it's because they're tied to somebody else. It's because the other person's thinking about somebody else, or dating somebody else, or has got a girlfriend or a husband or a wife in the background that you didn't know about. So no matter how much effort and energy you put into it, it was never going to manifest into something solid, because you were being misled. You were being, your mind, it wasn't clear. Someone was trying to, and someone was purposely keeping something from you and making it unclear. You put energy and effort into it, and it didn't bear fruit. But that's something that when we go through these challenges and we get these cards, we see the cards. What this means is, I think, is that what I've learned about the energy is that this is what's on the surface. So now that this person was an idiot, or that this person betrayed you, or that this person was speaking to somebody else behind your back, or whatever it is, whether it be at work. It could be at work. Pentacles are related to work. But it generally speaks of relationships, these cards, when we talk about all of them, 6 of Swords, 3 of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles, they generally speak about relationships. It doesn't have to be, we'll pull more cards to clarify. So when I see the energies, by the time the energies get to me, in front of me, Key Wisdom Tarot, by the time they get here, it's that this is what's come to light. You understand that now, and this card is actually supportive of that. You've actually gaining some balance. If you look, we've got 3 of Swords, and then we've got 6. So what it is, it's like we go through an experience with the 6 of Swords. We've gone through something in our minds. I hope you can see these cards. I can't really tell. I hope you can. Anyway, we've gone through this in our minds. We've gone through the effort of and the pain of it, and we've learnt lessons from that now, and we've incorporated these lessons into our life, and we're moving forward in a more balanced way. We're also moving away from a situation. So when we get the 6 of Swords, we're moving away, we're moving out of this energy, we're moving out of this futility, we're moving out of feeling betrayed and feeling let down, heartbroken, stabbed in the back, manipulated. We're moving out of that energy, and we're moving toward mental clarity and mental stability, not forgetting what we learned, not forgetting that, because there would have been red flags. There might have been red flags. You might have been like, I'm not sure if I should trust this person, but you kind of just went with it. You kind of felt that, but you thought, do you know what, I'm being stupid, do you know what, I'm being paranoid, do you know what, there's no point in bringing it up. It's just me being myself. And you sort of, you push down, the red flags, you push down those emotions, you push down that emotional response. Do you know what I say to people? I say to my friends, I say, do you know what? Why am I going to believe some joker that I met on why should, not me, because I don't meet people like this, but let's just pretend, yeah? So, this is me. Why am I going to believe some joker I met on Tinder or Facebook over what I'm feeling, yeah? I might have only been dating this dude for three days or 3 months, but in my heart, I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling like something's not right here. And I ask him and he says, oh, it's all good, babe, don't worry. Why am I going to believe him over me? I've known me 35 years, yeah, and I've known this dude for 3 weeks, and I met him on Tinder. Why am I believing him over what I feel and think? You realise that now. You realise there were red flags, you ignored them, you kept putting energy and effort into this relationship, or to this job, or to this work, or to this contract. You kept putting energy and effort into it, not knowing, but having a feeling, having a thought in your head that, do you know what, something's not right here, it's not gelling right. But you continued with it, and you were right. In the end, you were proved right. You're moving out of that energy, and you're moving forward, you're moving away from the 3 of, I hope you can see this, I really do. You're moving away from the 3 of, let me just work, hang on a second. Yeah, you're moving away from the 3 of Swords, those feelings of betrayal, and you're moving toward a more mental clarity and stability. And you're not going to forget what you've learned here, and that's going to serve you well. This relationship, this energy, this effort that you put into this relationship or this union or this contract or this work or this job that wasn't serving you, that caused you to feel hurt, you are going to remember the lessons you learned here, and you won't repeat those mistakes, and you're going to move forward away from this in a balanced way. Some of you have really already gone through this healing. You've already really, as I said, it's already come to light, if you will, you know, what was going on. We're just going to quickly clarify actually the all of the cards. I'll pick one more card for each of them, just to look at each of them again, for you, Cancer, okay? Remember, this is just between the 7th and the 21st of May, but the energies can hang around and linger. So you are going through that healing. I really feel like I'm doing this video on the 4th, I think. I'm going, what date is it today? The 4th of May. So it's a couple of days. So right now, today on the 4th of May, you might be experiencing this energy, and you're moving away from this energy to the 6 of Swords. You know, you're going through healing, or you've gone through healing, some of you already, and that's really positive. I feel like I need to focus on this really, but we'll look at this. Really good, fabulous. Chariot, that's really good. That basically is movement, taking action, and moving forward in a balanced way. That's the Chariot. You know, you are in control now. You're feeling more in control. You're feeling more confident and in control. And this energy is the universal energy. This is major arcana energy. We haven't got no control over it. So the universe is saying, yes, align yourself with this energy. Align yourself with feeling like you are in control, and you do have the ability to steer your life, to take action in your life, to make the moves you want to make. You can do that now. You've got the yin and yang. I'll show you. You've got the yin and the yang in balance. You're holding the reins, and you can move forward now in a balanced way and away from this energy. So do that. The universe is encouraging that for you. And as I said, the minor arcana energies, like these 3 are, these are things that we experience. These are situations and energies around us on this earthly plane where we are. The major arcana energies, of which the Chariot is one, are the astrological influences, let's say, you know, the things that we can't control. These are the energies that are around you astrologically, and it's in full alignment with your experiences. So the universe is saying, yes, you know, go with that. You know, we look, we've got the 2 of Swords here as well, and that's clarified the 3 of Swords. So like I said to you before, you might have had an inkling, you know, that something wasn't quite right with this opportunity, with this relationship, with this new person. You know, you might have had a feeling, and you refused to do something about it. You ignored those promptings in your mind. I always say about this woman, yeah, this doesn't matter, male, female, by the way. I always say about this person on this card, look at the water behind her. Water, cups, energy, represents our emotions. It's nice and calm and chilled, yeah? And yet, so emotion, she's calm, she's chill, yeah? And yet, she's still blindfolded, crossing her arms and refusing to move, refusing to make a decision, refusing to be decisive, refusing to have clear thought. That's what the Swords stand for, thoughts, clear as mind. And this is knowing what you should do, knowing what decision you should make. 2s are also related to commitments to other people or other things, by the way. knowing what you should do, knowing what you should make, knowing what action you should take, and refusing to do it, not doing it. So you felt like that. So there were promptings in this. You kind of felt like there was something else going on that you couldn't trust, and yet you ignored that. You're not going to do that anymore. You've incorporated this energy into yourself now. You're not going to make those mistakes again. You're going to, I've had a similar experience myself. We all have experiences like that, where part of us is telling us, oh, something's not right here, but we ignore it, and it doesn't mean you should. Sometimes that happens, and it's fine for that to happen, because that's a lesson for us. That's karma for us. That's something that we can learn from. Karma isn't a bad thing. Karma is the universe putting situations in front of you that help you to grow and to heal and to get into alignment with who you really are and what you really want and what you can really achieve in this life, So this is basically, it's been your karma, but you're moving away from it really clearly. You're moving away in a really balanced way, and you're the one who's in control now. Finally, is that the Seven of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles? So yeah, you were putting work, energy and effort into it. It could have been a third-party relationship. It looks like it. You felt inadequate. You ended up feeling inadequate, not good enough. I don't have enough to offer this person. This person's too good for me. They call it, other tarot readers call it feeling left out in the cold, feeling like they've got all this and I've got nothing. I always see it as a feeling of inadequacy. Number 5 is a challenge, a personal challenge, but it's one that's related to other people, number 5. And when that is related to pentacle energy, pentacles are about our foundations and manifesting those out in the world. So if you look at it in a metaphorical way, in a symbolic way, it's about your foundations, who you are, and bringing that out in the world. You were being challenged to do that. That was something that was challenging you, because you were feeling inadequate and not good enough. You were putting in all this work and energy and effort, and you were feeling it, and it was futile. You could feel and sense that it was getting you nowhere. And the reason why it wasn't is because this other person was someone else on their mind. It could have been an ex. I'm going to just clarify that card, actually. Just clarify the Three of Swords, please, so we can just get a bit more clarity. There we go. Yeah, there you go, Three of Pentacles. So it's very clearly a third party situation. There was someone else in the background that you didn't have any clue about. They were thinking about something else. They were thinking about building something with somebody else. They wanted to build something with somebody else, but you were along with a ride, and you were putting all this energy into this situation, and you were getting nothing out of it. Well, no more. Bye bye, Tinder guy. I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not even on Tinder. I don't even talk about Tinder. But whoever, whatever. There was a third party situation here. You'll hear that term on tarot channels, third party situation. But we've got 2 threes, and we've got this futility and this energy and feeling inadequate. And there was something else going on, that this other person was trying to build with someone else, not with you. You felt the effects of that. You could sense it, but you didn't do anything about it. Well, you will never be in that situation again. You will never be in that situation again. You won't allow it, because you've learned that lesson, and you're moving away from that feelings of inadequacy, feeling betrayed. You're moving away from that energy into strength, into stability, into confidence, into being in control and moving forward in your life, probably into another relationship, actually. That's probably where you're heading to, okay? I will say this as well, though, which did come through, which it could have been, though, you were in a, you knew about the other person. It could have been a sort of menage a trois situation. So you were, all 3 parties were sort of openly involved in this relationship, and knew about each other being in this relationship, but actually it wasn't something actually that was serving you in the end. It was actually something that was hurting you, rather than building you up and making you feel stronger and making you feel good, okay? So it could be that situation as well, okay? So what I'm going to just do now is, I hope that was helpful for you, okay? Because really, Cancer, what this is showing is movement, and is growth, and is understanding, and is learning. Yes, there's been hurt, but you are healing from that. If you've not already started to heal from that, you are moving into that energy of healing, and you are moving away from a situation that was really not emotionally fulfilling. It really wasn't emotionally fulfilling for you. And it was really something that really caused you to question who you are. It really was something to cause you to question your stability, and your self-worth and your value. And you're moving away from that now. You've learned your lesson. I just like to pull always one more card at the end, just to give some clear advice for everybody, because I do have a tendency to talk, and I don't even know if it comes out clear. I hope it comes out clear. There we go. That's the 9 of Wands. Okay, so that's a feeling of feeling trapped in a situation. So feeling trapped in a situation, feeling like you can't move out of a situation, and that is how you felt energetically. You know, and that actually, I suppose, does coincide really with the 2 of Swords that we had earlier. This feeling unable to move out of a situation, even though you know it's not serving your highest good. And it could again be related to work. This is general, so related to your life as you see fit. You know, that was you feeling like you couldn't move, you couldn't take action, you know. And as I said, when we see these cards, when I see these cards, it's all about the fact that these are energies that are already around us. So you realise that now. This card just fell out as well, 9 of Swords again. So we've got another 9. That's just in your head. So that was 9 of Wands is feeling like you can't move. 9 of Swords is thinking that you can't move. We call it Dark Night of the Soul, but it's an illusion, and you're moving away from that illusion. I'm going to just pull one more card just to show you, just to prove to you that you're moving away from that energy now. There you go. New starts, new beginnings. We've got Page of Cups. You know, this card has literally come out in every single of the 10 readings I've done. This card has come out in every single one. Okay, and it's a message. A message of love in this instance. A messenger is a page, and a message of love. And it could be that you're now finding inside yourself something to love. You're realising your own self-esteem. We're moving away from this energy. You've moved away from it, or you're moving away from it over this next couple of weeks between the 7th and the 21st. Moving away from that energy and moving toward finding in yourself what there is to love, and then showing that to people, and not being... You might not be very confident about that, but you are at least ready and willing and able to do that now, to show people who you are and to offer that to somebody else. And then, and as I said, it could be, and look what comes out at the end, the Lovers card. You know, this is number 6 again, a number 6 again, so about incorporating lessons that we've learned and in love. So when you go towards your next relationship, you know, you've got to learn to love yourself first. This is about self-love as well. You know, this is who I am and what I've got to offer, self-love. And it might be something that's on shaky ground for you at the moment. Your self-esteem has been definitely affected by the relationship or by that situation that has ended. But you are, let me tell you, moving toward union. And let's not think about other people for the moment, but you're moving toward unity, union, understanding, wholeness within yourself. So, and then the rest comes after that, doesn't it? You know, with new relationships, etc. But you've got to really learn to love yourself, and that's going to be your choice in the future going forward. I'm not going to make these sacrifices for other people anymore, because it really does affect my self-esteem and how I feel about myself. You know, I've learned that now. So really, to end up with, you know, that's the energy that we're moving into. You're moving into that lovers energy, that energy of real, true happiness. You know, feeling connected to your source of happiness, the source of happiness inside you. You're really moving into that energy, and you're being encouraged to move into that energy of feeling good about yourself, of loving yourself, and of that being the thing then that opens the door and the gates to love with other people and soulmate relationships and all that type of thing. Okay, so I really hope, Cancer, that was helpful. I've really enjoyed that reading, actually, because I really wanted to stress to you that you are going through healing. That's the intensity, but healing leads you to this. It leads you to self-love. It leads you to a new beginning in love, in relationships, in your choices, in balance, making balanced decisions based on your highest good. So even if it has been quite intense for you, and I knew it had even before I started the reading, even when I was shuffling the cards, I'm going to cover those up with these and say, this is what you're leading toward, okay? This is what you're getting, this is what you're moving into. So that is really, really positive. Okay, I really hope you've enjoyed that reading, Cancer. If you would like a personal reading, you can just contact me at kiwisdomtarot@gmail.com. All my details are down below in the description section of the reading. Remember to check out my other video, which is going to cover the general energies for all signs. All these are going out on the 7th of May, so check them out. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you get on Facebook, onto Key Wisdom Tarot, and follow my page on there. The same on Instagram as well. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm really sending you love, and I'm really sending you healing, and I really hope you can feel that, Cancer. Okay, you've been through the ringer. It's been difficult, but I promise you, inside you can find the love for yourself, and that is when we blossom. Okay, so really hang on in there. And yeah, if you need a personal reading to just sort of talk a little bit more about these energies or anything else in your life, any advice, as I said, contact me, and I'd be so happy to give you a personal reading. Okay, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself, Cancer. Thank you and goodbye.